Greetings everyone, it's Night Guys Dark and we're back with another bit of some chilled Eve. So what are we going to get up to this evening? We can get 10,000 extra skill points by killing 5 NPCs, which means I'm going to do an Abyssal. So I am going to hop on over . Hello. This is going to be a challenge. You joining me? It's Mabel. Hi Mabel. You gonna help? Yeah. This is definitely playing Eve on hard mode. Okay, where are we off to? We are going to go here. Hey. And we're just going to do... Well, this is helpful, Mabel, isn't it? Yes. Where are we going to go? We're going to go and do some hauling in a bit. Okay, I need to pick up a different ship. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Some ship's cat you are. And then hopefully, oh yes, we should get 5 kills because the what I call it, like the lockbox, that counts as an NPC. So that's good. Come on then, you're going to be ship's cat, Mabel. Yeah. And this is why we're doing a tier 0 Abyssal. So I am going to, using my coercer, this is a pretty reliable build for a T0. I'm hoping that I might be able to use it for a T1 build as well, which would be good. I've got my Tranquil Firestorm, so let's get out there. Okay, I'm going to form a fleet with myself. And then I'm going to go to my designated spot. And then we're going to go and activate the filaments as soon as we've got there. Ooh. Are you taking over? I think you'll probably be a better pilot than I am. firestorm. Fortunately, as this is just a tier 0, I should be able to do it even with a cat handicap. Okay. 2 Spark Eagle Teslas. Okay. I'm going to try and keep those at a good range. So that I can take them down fairly quickly, but that does mean, oh, thank you, Mabel. That does mean I'm going to definitely get that extra 10,000 skill points. There we go. I'm going to try and approach the loot box. Those are going down fairly quickly, which is good. Okay, and now we're going to take down the loot box. I think we're still on an approach to it. So that should go down fairly quickly as soon as we get there. I think I fired those off too soon because we're just outside the range. There we go. Right. Now I'm just going to switch to the Rex view on my overview. And then we're going to go and pick that up. So far, so good. I think I need to put on the afterburners, literally going quite slowly. Perhaps should have done a walk to rather than an approach. Come on, Mabel, it's not that bad. We're doing pretty well so far. And there we go. Some nice loot. Not the most we've ever had, but on to the next one. I think one of the things I'm going to be working on maybe tomorrow evening is a fit so that I can start doing tier 1 abyssals, because I need that sweet ISK. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next room. If you have just joined me, my name is Night Sky Stark. I'm a super casual player of Eve. I love to chat about anything and everything, so please do drop a line in the chat telling me if you are a keen capsulator. Ooh, Mabel has decided she's had enough. She's obviously not impressed with my performance. And neither am I, to be honest. Let's see what we can do about that. Okay, I need to do those, and I need to take the afterburners off. I think I'm going to approach the end of room loot so that I can get a little bit of space so I can be working at a better distance for these crystal lasers. Oh, hey Eno, how are you doing? How was your day? What were you up to today? I'm loving the cool cat. Did you catch a glimpse of mine? She was not impressed with what I'm doing. Not impressed. I think she thinks she could do better. Fun with destroyers. Yeah. I'm just getting the daily. I want to call it bounty. It's not really bounty, but the daily. What do you call it? The skilling spree on here. I feel like I should have a different name. So I'm just running through one of these. We only need to kill. Only need to get one more to get the 10,000 bonus. Why am I opening that wreck? I don't want to go from the wreck. I want to go through the conduit. There we go. I can turn that off now. I've just turned off the armor repairer because my shields are at full. And then we've got one last room. This is not the fastest I've done it. Hopefully there's only going to be one more in here. Yeah. So again, I'm going to try keeping this one at range. Target. I'm going to head that way, just to try and get that bit of space. Nearly there. Why am I combining crystals? I think because they've got different points, and I'll be honest, I'm just being quite lazy. This one has got a fall off at 12 kilometers, and this one at 22. And there's probably a better way of doing it. If you think there's a better way of doing it, please let me know. I'm quite happy to take some advice. And I've got the two different ranges to try, and like if I'm keeping it range but it's going in and out, then at least one of the set of crystals should be able to hit it. That is the idea. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but I've been pretty successful. But I guess this is like the lowest level of Abyssal, so it's quite forgiving. So perhaps I can get away with doing it, which I wouldn't be able to do in higher tiers. And I'm just going to head out. I usually go with multi-frequency and radio. I will have to when we get out of here, I'll dock up and I'll have a look and see on the regional market what multi-frequency and radio ones are. This fit was a suggested fit, and it does seem to be working okay. But I definitely think it's like a beginner fit. If the faraway used radio and then switched to multi-frequency at close range, okay. I'll be honest, I think it's just sheer laziness on my part. Let's have a look. Let's go into the dock. Oh, and how much did I get from 12? It's not a bad haul. That's about $1 million. Who suggested it's a pretty bad idea? It was something I saw on a YouTube video. I honestly can't remember who it was, but I'm very happy to have a look into multi-frequency and radio if that is a better fit. Let's go and dock and get rid of some of this loot. So I like to just dump everything in there and then stack all and then put the firestorm back into there. Okay, so let us see, right. So that would come under hardware. Multi multi-frequency. Again, it says if you right-click the weapon group and select the crystals you want, if you have them in your hold, they'll be available. I probably don't have them in my hold at the moment, but that's a good tip. But right-click is faster. I think you can also drag. Yes, I think I have dragged them before. So multi-frequency. So we've got medium, small. These ones are small, I think, aren't they? Or standard, yeah. Well, no, it's S. It's small or standard. So let's have a look at them. Yeah. So I can use those with the current pulse lasers that I've got. Okay, great. And the other one you said was called radio. And I guess again using the small or standard version. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, let's head to Jita and I will get some and we'll try them out. I'm all for trying out something new. Because I'm guessing that's probably going to be the best place to buy them around here. Let's have a look. Master Kazam says, in the fitting window, if you drag the ammo onto the ship, then it will load that ammo to all applicable weapons. Admittedly, I don't switch ammo and fits much these days. Okay. I also learnt about grouping. That will probably make it even easier, I guess. Crystals are cheap enough to not warrant a trip to Jita. Okay. Let's have a look then. I can't spell frequency. I don't know why. Frequency. Multi-frequency. I don't know why I didn't call them. Multi-frequency. Frequency. S. Multi-frequency S. And then I just search multi-frequency. I know the problem was I wasn't spelling multi-frequency correctly, which is a bit of an issue. And we are... They're quite a lot more in Perimeter than they are in Jita. I'm only one jump to Jita, so I'll tell you what, I am going to go and head to Jita. So, because I'm not spending that much if I can get it for like a tenth of the price. So let's head to Jita and see if we can improve this fit. Have 8 of these in holding a cupboard. The best thing about T1 crystals, they don't break with usage. Okay, that's good to know, because I didn't realise that T2 and above ones did break with usage. So I learned something new there. Thank you very much, Eno. Oh, something's going down there. I can never remember which was which, and I'm so lazy. There we go. Done. Eno says T2 crystals do crack, but the damage output is worth it. Okay. Actually, one thing I hadn't considered is, do I actually already have them? Multi. Because I have got a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I do have some multi-frequency. Well, there we go. So it was worth heading to Jita, because apparently I already have some. Eno says, for PvE, it's overkill. And especially at the level that I'm doing at it, when I'm getting hardly anyone like attacking me, it's probably not worth it. Okay, cool. So I don't actually need to spend any money. Brilliant. So, although I haven't checked the radio ones, but let's check. Let's get these out of my container. So I've got a container of random stuff. So let's have a look. Multi. So I'm going to pop all of those in there. And then the other one we said was called radio. Doesn't look like I have that, so I'm going to have to buy it. So radio, I guess it's that one there, radio S small. Not the highest, what the lowest. There we go. Buy this, so I guess 8, just in case. Okay, so I'm going to head back now, and then I'm going to have a look at this fit, and I'll perhaps give the T0 Abyssal another go and see how that sort of compares. Ines says, one thing you should take into account, just as ammo has proportional damage and range stats, so do your guns. So pulse lasers have high damage, short range. Okay. So maybe it would be worth having a lower damage, longer range, maybe. Mix and match with crystals to your liking. I like the sound of like the mixing and matching, because that's definitely kind of the way that I am wanting to try and play this. Because ideally I would like to keep them farther away and perhaps do lower damage, but just take a little bit longer, because in T0 I'm not exactly pressed for time, because I'm doing it in like 8 or 9 minutes, so I've got plenty of time. So lower damage doesn't necessarily bother me. So that might be something that I look at playing with as well. Okay, so let's head into here. There. So we'll have a look at taking the current ammo off and putting the new ammo on, and then seeing how that goes. So that's the current fit. Where did that go to? That was weird. I had more. Oh, am I? No, I'm not in the simulation. Where did they go? That's very strange. Relink my guns into one. But I had a different I had different ammo in them. I'm very confused now that where that went. Oh no, they were already multi-frequency. Oh, I'm such a... Oh, I didn't need to buy any more. They were stacked. Four of them were already multi-frequency. What an idiot. Fortunately, I didn't buy them. Okay, so we'll go with four. We've got 4 multi-frequency, and you suggested swapping the standard for radio. Do you think that would be right? Let's have a look. Where does it say the distance on these? Oh, here we go. Now we can see it. Okay, so this is what I did have, where the fall off for multi-frequency, the fall off range was 12, and the optimal distance is 9.9. And now we switch to the radio, where okay, so this has got a much further distance, 34 and 32. So that might play well with what I want to do. Okay, cool. I'm going to, because this is only an Abyssal tier 1, I'm going to take some of these out, pop them in the hanger, or pop them in the hanger. There we go. So let's try that with those and see how that fares. The difference in range will make it inefficient to keep the screen. I really suggest you don't split the guns. They're split into the different types though. So I've got one set for radio S and the other set for multi-frequency. So is that not the best way of doing it? I would have thought that would be the better way, to have the same types grouped together. That's bad. I don't really understand why that would be bad, having the same types grouped together. Do I want to have them mixed? I don't really understand why that would be bad. I can unsplit. Apparently I can't. How do I? Oh, I'm not sure how I unstack these now. Oh, there we go. You always want to gauge your optimal range, and you'll have no optimal range if you have two optimal ranges. So do I only want one type? Oh, I see what you're saying now, you know. You're saying that I don't want to basically mix and match having both the short and the long. There's a little icon to the left of my first gun. Oh, I see it. Oh, I see it. Oh, group all weapons. Oh. Oh, group all weapons. There we go. And that has that taken off the ammo now? Yes, it has. Okay, so I see what you're saying. That I should at one point I should only have no charges. Yeah, I should only have. Oh yes, yes. When you're saying that I should, if you have two optimal ranges, only half will be optimal, and the other half will miss. But when they're grouped, I can choose which ones to have firing though, which was my thinking, that I could have if I load both up. And then stack, I can have my short range ones. Why are these not going? Will it not? There we go. I can choose whether to have either. It won't work like that. Okay, so what I should be doing, can unload cargo. So it's basically loading and unloading. I'm give it a go and see. Hi Anonymous, what am I about to fight? I'm trying out some new charges, and I'm just about to go into a tier 0 Abyssal to see how I fare. Probably poorly. Let's face facts. Trying to get my head around this is definitely a challenge. I wouldn't worry. And I'm on a mustard. It'll be fine. It's only a tier 0, so it's not going to be it's not going to be too challenging, I hope. So Ina says, if the target's too far, use radio. When you get close, switch to multi because that's your damage dealer. I know. Well, I know half my lasers are remote. I know. It's. Okay, I'll go into the dot. I'll be good. Let's. Okay, so I need to. Let me ungroup. There we go. We want to group everything. Have it there. I want to dock up. Pick up the other set of lasers. And then, so I should be, if I've understood this correctly. Oh gosh. Which I may not have understood. Is then switching on the fly. Is there a shortcut for that? Doesn't look like there's a shortcut. But I've only got, I need to go and pick up 4 more of each of those, right? So if I've got let's see, radio, okay. So I've got those now. So Anonymous has said, if on the loader itself, if you right click, you can choose the charges I want to load. Let's have a look. See, every day's a school day. Oh, I see. Okay, yes. Yes. Okay. So if I'm trying to keep it at a far distance, it is the radio ones. Right. Yes. Okay. I'm learning. We're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, so I'm going to head to my safe spot and we'll give this a go. That was all you know for today, Nonny Mustard. We used to the rest of the stream. Nonsense, absolutely nonsense. How long have you been playing Nonny Mustard, if you don't mind me asking? I suspect you'll know more than me, which won't be difficult, but that's fine. Right, let's pick those up. Okay, let's give this a try. So I've been keeping it range. I probably want to come slightly closer. Not that keep it range ever works for me, but we'll see. And because they're in close now, I switch and do that. You had an account for a long time, but you didn't play. Recently been spending some time, so not sure what it adds up to. That's fair enough. I seem to have got this. Maybe. I mean, this, we'll see. I think I quite liked having the two, just so I can, like, switch faster. Maybe. Ooh, okay, and then I want to switch back to those. I'm just going to get some water. Very important to keep hydrated. In fact, I might go and pour some. Whilst we're waiting to come in range, let's put the afterburners on. You switch faster, but your DPS is halved. I switch faster, but my DPS is halved. Oh, I see. Yes, I see, because I'm only using half the guns. Yes. Yes, you know, I get that now. I get what you're saying. I mean, that seemed to go pretty well. I don't want to jinx it, though. Okay. We got those. And let's fly to the next room. Anonymous said, I kind of don't know the backstory of those Triglavians. Where do they come from? No idea. I've only been playing this a couple of months, so to me, they always existed. I have no idea. I'm sure there must be some way that you can like catch up with like the story. That's rude. Okay, let's see how this does. We're a little closer than I would like. He's doing okay so far. Certainly taking out that strike needle Tesla fairly quickly. We're well outside the fall off range now. I need to. That's better. Switch to those. Ina says it doesn't matter. At some point we'll send them back to hell and take our systems back. And you don't know. They only recently came into the pitch. Oh, okay. So I don't feel like I've been missing out. Although I realise there's like years and years of like story. So I'm just going to roll with it. Ina says it's been a rough year-long war with them. They captured a lot of high-sec space. Okay. That's good to know, including a very important trade route between Jita and Dodixie. I have done some... Ooh, hello. I didn't mean to get that close. I have done some trade routes between Jita and Dodixie, but I think I have to go like a long way round. So it takes... because the shorter way has gone, I think. So it's definitely Jita to Dodixie is not one of my regular routes that I pick, just because it takes so much longer. Obviously didn't press that. I don't know what I was doing then. Okay, last one, a Lucifer Dramiel. Let's try and keep that at range. Yes, my favourite trade routes are probably between Jita and Heck, although there's not a lot that comes back from Heck to Jita. Oh, I shouldn't have drunk then, but hopefully it won't matter. Oh, way too close now. Let's head for that. I switched the wrong one then. No, I didn't. It wouldn't let me change. I have to switch it off and then I can change. And then remember to switch it back on again, because I am an idiot that forgets these things. Anonymous says you went to say hi to some Triglivians in high-sec once, but they were not too friendly. How rude. How rude. Well, I think that went pretty well. I think I have to be a bit more disciplined in what I'm doing and paying a bit more attention in order to work that way. But that was pretty fast. 11 minutes, so pretty much the same as it would normally take, but I get what you mean about it being more efficient to do it that way. And now that I've learned that I can right click and load the charges, that does make it faster, for sure. Oops, I can turn that off now. So that's good. I feel like we've all learnt something there. Yes, I was saying my favourite trade routes. Oh, I've got another raid from CCP. Hello! Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. You were taught to behave. Hello! When Enos wants to upgrade to battleships, I really want to pay attention. I can see that. I'm definitely not paying attention right at this moment. Welcome, raiders. Thank you very much, CCP, for the raid. What were you all watching? What were you all doing? Anonymous said you're here twice now. Twice the fun. Imminent Entropy says no pressure. No pressure at all. None at all. Thank you very much, everyone, for the follows. I will vaguely try and keep up. I don't know whether I can. Thank you, Tuba Chimpy. Thank you, Zanla. Thank you, The Damned 67. Pyrotesque. Thank you. Innsmouth Swim Team. They sound great. Sibuso Zumu. Brini Shi. I can't keep up now. Walk to the dance floor. I can't walk to the dance floor, but I can. That's rubbish. Just ignore me. The rainbow sheep is adorable. I know. A lot of people seem to have the like the zombie grr, but that's not really very me. You were listening to him rant. Oh, well, you're probably not going to get a lot of ranting here. I'm quite chilled out. I'm quite new to E. I just like to relax, have a bit of fun, try not to die. Usually do die. You were Dima of Alex says you were enjoying Dolores slow stream. A slow stream sounds like my kind of thing. This is definitely slow. I've just been getting some advice on how to best use my weapons. So I've got a lovely array of multi-frequency crystals, and I've just been trying them out in an Abyssal just to get to grips with how to change the charges, because I didn't know that you could do that from the HUD. Chiba Chiba says, how long have you been playing Eve? I think probably a couple of months. It's probably now pushing into 3 months, so not long. And I didn't really play it all that much for the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then something like switched in my brain, and I got into it a bit more. I joined a corp who were very helpful in helping me learn a bit more about the game, because the learning curve is pretty high. It's pretty steep, but I enjoy it. Intimate Swin Team says, welcome to Internet Spaceships. Thank you very much. Also, Internet Space Trucking and Internet Mining. Spreadsheets in space. Yes, it is spreadsheets in space, but that's why I love it. But I was doing a bit of spreadsheets in real life earlier. Chiba Chimpy says, the learning curve never ends. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'm probably okay with it. I quite like learning, and I've got one of those brains that likes taking on new information, and I think it helps keep you youthful in mind, if sadly not in body. Deal Back says, oh well, I hope you've been having fun. Yes, I have been having fun. After the first few losses of spaceships, which I was quite surprised about because that's not the game background that I come from, and I kind of like got over that and realised that ships are kind of like ammo. It then made it a lot more fun. ISD Dolores says, I remember your first coercer, it wasn't as well fitted. This is a great job, thank you. I can't take any credit for it at all. I've been watching a few YouTube videos and found a fit and skilled, which was suitable for my level. And it seems to be working okay for like the level that I'm doing it, but I'm kind of like thinking about how I can now either improve this or perhaps get a better ship to do the higher level abyssals. Zafin says, CCP recently indicated ESI is no longer under development. Thoughts if they do drop support for ESI third-party programs? I don't know what ESI is. I'm guessing E stands for Eve. Is that like the API? I think it'd be a shame if they do drop support for like third-party programs. I come from a Destiny background where they're very much encouraged, so I think it would be a shame if that was something that wasn't encouraged, because I think it just helps with the growth of the game, to be honest. These Dolores says, if those are actually all the same guns, that is plans, probably is. I'm still learning about how all the guns work together and trying to work on the best way. I'm happy to take on advice if you think there is a better way of doing that. Demar Valk says, it means we learn new things all the time, not that it doesn't get easier. Yes, that is very true. You're pleasantly surprised all the time. Well, that's good to know that you're pleasantly surprised. I like the sound of that. Anonymous says, technically your clones are like ammo too. Yes. Yes, I have been podded a few times. That was quite a surprise when that happened. Varag101 says, I hope you treated yourself to a game PC for Christmas. No. I probably need to at some point though. Says, if you search Google images for Eve online learning curve, well, see for yourself. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, like, I suspect it's not so much a curve as a straight line, possibly going straight up like that. Innsmouth Swim Team says, what's your in-game name? I can't quite read the fitting window. Oh, and has replied, it's Aste Delacourt, so that is me. Two Big Chimpy says, if you want some in-game cash, let us know what character name to send it to. You do not need to send me any in-game cash at all. That is such a kind offer, but I'm doing okay at the moment. And I was very lucky to have some people, particularly in my corp, give me some ISK early on, and I'm more kind of like looking to like pay it forward to somebody else at some point. I mean, I'm not saying I've got a huge stack of ISK, because I don't, but please do not feel obligated at all. Says, it has been said, Eve has a learning cliff. Yes, it does feel like the learning cliff. I love that. At the very beginning, it does feel like you're dropped off a cliff, and there is no parachute. Random guy nobody said, Dragoon is fun to try out if you ever buy one. Okay, I'm going to. I do these streams, but then I always end up with like a to-do list of things. So I'm going to write this a Dragoon as a ship. Okay, so I will have a look into Dragoon. I don't know anything about the ships. I haven't really looked at the ship tree in any great depth, so it may be that I need to skill up to that, but that gives me something to work towards, which is good. Zafen says, but lasers go pew, drones go, oh. That is true. Oh, somebody sent me some ISK. That's so kind of you. Really, honestly, you did not have to do that, but I do really appreciate it. I shall be sure to spend it probably extremely unwisely. Innsmouth Swim Team. Runsoft said, hi there people, hi there Runsoft, hope you're doing well today. So what has everybody been up to in Eve today? Have you been doing some hauling? I've also started getting into a bit of planetary industry, which I need to do a lot more skilling up on, which seems to be interesting. I guess it's a way of making like passive income. I mean, you do have to keep going and doing things, and it's certainly something that I'll be keeping in the background. Instances always great to see more fellow lady pilots. Yes, I think there are probably quite a few female capsuleers and female gamers out there, but it can be. Somebody else has said, well, "You are so naughty. Stop it." I think it can be quite difficult being female and a gamer online. There've certainly been some games that I've played where as soon if you start talking and it's fairly obvious that you're not a male, you can be open to a lot of abuse. But so far that hasn't been my experience of Eve, so fingers crossed it stays that way. And I think it helps. One of the reasons why I wanted to start streaming it is to make female gamers more visible, and also gamers of perhaps slightly older ages as well, because we're not all female gamers aren't all sort of 20-somethings. Not that there's wrong with anything with being 20-something, but we're all ages as well. Tuba Chimp says, I sent you money, use it to buy a mining permit. A mining permit? What the heck is a mining permit? Do I need one? Or praise James 315. I don't know who James 315 is. It's a scam. No, I haven't been caught out with any scams. I know there have been some people who have been who get caught up with local and told they need a permit to get there, but I am far too old to be hooked in by any scams. That's not going to get me. Random guy nobody says, well, kind of is part of the game. Yeah, I kind of get that. It's a sort of not a scam, a bit of a shakedown, I think perhaps would be a better way of describing it. Anonymous said, for a fee I can arrange you an Eve streaming permit. Thank you, Anonymous Mustard. That is very kind of you. Oh gosh, some more people I followed, I should say thank you. Thank you for the follow of Verbalderkind. Thank you, Runsoft. Thank you, 60 Ever. I really appreciate your following me. Thank you, Puppers. Thank you, Gallon. Thank you, Pouring Rosa. Thank you, Chippy Chimpy, for the follow. I think I'm up to date with all of those now. Yeah, I need a streaming permit. Yeah, I think I need a license to stream. Okay, so what am I going to do now? I don't think my industry is up yet, but I will double check that because I'm pretty sure that is tomorrow. Could be wrong. Oh no, it is. So I need to go and do that. Possibly I need to pick some up. I've been setting it to a 2-day interval. Whether that's a good one or not, I don't know. Let's set that one off. How much space have I got in here? Oh, loads. Don't need to go and collect that at any point. And set that one off as well. And I've still got plenty of space on there as well. Okay, so those are set up for the next couple of days. So, what am I going to try next? Let's have a think. At some point I want to try and do a tier 1 Abyss, but I think it's probably not going to work with the fit that I've got at the moment, which is a Coercer, which is doing okay on the tier 0, but I think I probably need something perhaps with a higher shielding. Innsmouth Chillstream said, you started in 2009, you've been too intimidated to even touch the PI minigame, you rock. I think I'm just trying. I don't think it's, or maybe it's intimidation. I think I'm just trying out a few bits and pieces, and I think there are quite a few YouTube videos, so I watch a few of those and sort of gather like the basics from those, and then I've just been like giving it a go to see how it works, and I made quite a few mistakes on the first one, and then I have got the Magic 14 skill plan going. Let's have a look at my skill plan whilst we're talking about that. Ooh, I double clicked that twice. Shouldn't do that. Let's try that again. So I have completed quite a few of the skill of the Magic 14. I've also got the Magic 14 shield base skill plan going and the Magic 14 armor base skill plan going. I'm currently working towards some of the ships that my corporation uses, because we have particular fits. So yeah, I'm slowly working towards the Magic 14. Yeah. I've got, what have I got on the go at the moment? Weapon upgrades, hacking, and then Galanti cruisers. I was kind of thinking about doing some reprocessing after doing mining, but that's kind of taken a bit of a backseat at the moment. Because I do quite a bit of trading, hauling and trading, I did start looking at these as well. So I've got both of those up to a level 4, which I think is pretty okay. I probably need to put marketing 4 a bit higher. And then some of those are for, again, for trading. A lot of trading, which I thought I was going to do, and turns out I haven't done that quite so much. Level 4 equals good, yeah. And then some ships as well. So yeah, I've got things I think fairly in hand. And the archaeology ones, I think those were for, I was going to say planetary, but that's absolute total nonsense. The archaeology ones, I can't even remember why I was picking that one now. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, in fact, because I got 10,000 points from today's thing, I want to pop those. So, do I want to put them into hacking? Relic data analyzer. Maybe. Possibly shield management might be more useful. Let's add them into that one. Okay. Julie said they're for scanning and hacking sites. I must have decided at some point that I was going to do some site hacking. Maybe I was thinking about going into wormholes, which is probably not a good idea for me at the moment. Innsmouth says for exploration, hacking relic sites, data analyzers for data sites. I think I must have been thinking about doing that at some point, but that kind of fell by the wayside. when I started looking into doing Abyssal sites and then trying to build up the skills to do high level Abyssal sites. I think that's probably data. Innsmouth said that data sites are relaxing and can be lucrative. Oh, interesting. Well, I'm all about doing something relaxing. So maybe I need to put on my to-do list, which is getting longer, looking at data sites. Data sites for relaxing stream. Okay, so what shall I do next? I think I might go swap ships. Innsmouth says, often during in-game events, there are hacking sites you have to scan down and offer yummy rewards. Okay, well that's good to know. So then, I think when I am not on stream, I will do some investigation into data sites and perhaps look at moving those ones up the list so they are higher value. So I'm going to switch into my Nereus. And I think what I'm going to do, someone said brave or crazy for doing some hauling, but I'm going to do it anyway. Live life on the edge, live dangerously. I might see if there is anything and perhaps do a little haul, bit of trading. So I'm just off screen, I'm just going to get a couple of tools up. I'm using Eve Trade Space, which I'm sure everyone knows about. If I can find it. Where are you? Let's dock in here. The mic keeps cutting in and out. It is on high. Let me unwrap that because that could cause a problem with interference. I'm also quite quiet anyway. So I'm just having a look to see if there's anything that's worth picking up from here to take elsewhere. So Insmith, are data sites what you like to do, or are there other activities that you like doing in Eve? Let me know what your favourite activities are. I probably enjoy a bit of station trading. Moving things around from place to place. Why won't this not work? Insmith says that you love PvP and PvE, you rat in North Space and you go on PvP roads. That sounds like a lot of fun. I did have a go with my corp at some nullsec work on Monday, which was certainly quite interesting. I was in a condor scouting ahead. I died quite quickly in the event, which was not my plan. Intimate says you occasionally filament to random places and explore with a buzzard. Okay, another ship I'm going to have to clearly look into. Buzzard. See, I'm getting a whole list now. That's what I love. Homework. That's what Eve is, really. Homework. You're a goon, so there's always people to fight here. Yes, there certainly are. Hopefully you haven't fought me. Not that I mind, it's just a game. Okay, I've got a couple of bits that I can take from Cheetah, so I'm probably going to do that. So let's have a look and see what it's suggesting I can take. So it's suggesting that I get that the buy price should be 2.3, but it looks like those have already gone. Somebody's already snaffled those up. Fierce electrical filament. Okay. Anonymous said you kind of want to get into industry one day. What kind of industry? Is that where you're building, like doing blueprints and then building things? Would you be doing ships? Insmith said your second account runs event sites and was in HiSec. Okay, nice. So you've obviously got a lot of experience then. Black Cat, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Black Cat says you miss Eve. You miss having it's like I miss having a full-time second job. Yeah, yes, I can. I can understand that. There's definitely this because there's so much in it to do. It definitely does feel like a second job. Oh my gosh, I cannot spell today. What is wrong with me? Fierce electrical filament. Eight nano. Okay, it's suggested picking up some of those. Some of those are slightly under the recommended. We're going to do that. And then pop that into there. I'm just going to run that again. And just see, since one of the things that I was going to buy had already gone. Isabel says, after being in null space, high sec makes you nervous. Black Cat says, I heard high sec is the new low sec. Yeah, it's funny you should say that, actually. I've definitely had a lot more problems in high sec than I have in null sec and low sec, from people who are basically like taking a chance that they can take me out before Concord gets them, and sometimes they have been successful in doing that, unfortunately. Ainsworth says, you've high sec is scary, you've lost far more to players in high sec than in null. Yeah, was it like people like basically chancing that they can beat Concord, and because you think you're like safe, perhaps not paying as much attention, or just generally being unlucky. I know I've been unlucky. Varg says it's also infested with orcas. Yeah. Yes, I know. In my court, we have had a problem with that. No, it's suggesting I set on. So we're going to. It's not a full cargo, but it's some stuff, and I just fancy having a little trip out. How is post-war Eve these days, says Black Cat. And Papa says low sec is is empty pretty much, which Black Cat, that probably tells you how it is. Because I didn't start until after the war, I don't really know what it was like before. And Innsma says that Delve is healing. Well, we're going to go on a little journey through a high sec, and hopefully nobody is going to try and come close. There's quite a few capsules around, which is a little worrying. But I know that there have been some people who have been like encouraging perhaps more new players to take pot shots at them, and then Concord just all wipes them out. So I know better than to try that. I'm going to have another drink. Black Cat said they kept tabs on everyone from a healthy distance, and Innsmouth said that you only caught the tail end of the war. It was a war of attrition. Well, this is definitely not going to be the most profitable runs that I've had, but sometimes it's nice just to kick back and go through space. Well, so far, so good on this little voyage. Anonymous said, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Pipe down, kids. Still got a way to go. You can play a game of I Spy if you want to. I Spy with my little eye, something beginning with A. Absolutely no prizes. Afterburner, says Varag. No, it's not Afterburner. Papa says a lot of lag. Sadly, no, it is not. It is not A for a lot of lag. Anonymous said Astrodust. No. Innsmouth Swim Team says art on the wall. I'm guessing you mean on the wall. It is not. Freckle White says autopilot. It was autopilot. Well done, Freckle White. I mean, it was right there with a big A. Do you recognise the art on the wall in Innsmouth at all? Thank you for the follows, 789 placeholder. Not a great name, 789 placeholder. Welcome in. We're just having a nice quiet trip with a few supplies to sell at the end of it. You probably can't quite see it from there, but it's actually a poster from Welcome to Night Vale, from one of their tours that they did 2008, 2014, gosh, 7 years ago now. 789 placeholders is how long I've been playing for. Probably about, I keep saying 2 months, but actually I think it's now closer to 3. Probably about 3 months. So not long. Not long. As should be fairly apparent by the fact that I don't really know what I'm doing. Just stumbling through life. Innsmouth said you listen to them way back, fun stuff. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up for the last probably the last 18 months. But I've been to all of the tours that they've done in the UK, which I've very much enjoyed. The live show is really very good. They've announced today that they're completing their world tour, and they're suddenly hitting Europe, which I did have tickets for when it was announced. 2019, was it? Yeah, 2019. So I'm kind of like debating whether to go and see them again, purely because I just haven't listened to them in so long. But it's an interesting experience. It also means having to go into London, which I'm not like over bothered about doing. We'll see. Did you get the chance to see them on tour in Smith? You're a fan of Lovecraftian. Oh yes. Okay, that makes sense now. That makes sense. Wasn't there a TV show like really recently, sort of like based on Lovecraft? Jealous of going to see them. Obviously, I don't know whereabouts you're based, but if it's something that you're still into, I would definitely recommend going to see them on tour if you can. Yes, that you saw the TV show. I don't know if it's still streaming over here. I didn't get the chance to have a look into it, but it looked really good. Because I quite like the Lovecraft kind of world and eldritch horror. I'm also into board games. Oh, my cat is giving me a look. I think she might be wanting to come and join. Are you coming up, Mabel? Yeah, Lovecraft Country. Thank you. Oh, come on. Well, this is going to make playing even more challenging now. It's very well done. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to have to try and make an effort to watch that, because like the trailers I saw, it did look really good. Hello, Mabel. Mabel is the ship's cat. She's really in charge. Thanks, Mabes. Yes. Yes, she's a real love. She absolutely loves fuss and loves cuddles. And she's probably going to thank you, anonymous stud. She is very pretty, very beautiful, and doesn't she know it? This is making it quite difficult now, Mabel, to play, isn't it? How am I supposed to like truck stuff so that my ship's cat can be kept in space dreamies? How is this supposed to work now? Black Cat says, streaming kitty, yes. She's really the star. She's the beautiful one. Aren't you? Right, are you going to settle down? No, not at all. She says she wants fuss. Oh dear. So I think when I get to my destination and I've offloaded my goods, I am probably going to finish streaming, because I've been going for an hour and a half. Innsmouth said, is she a big kitty, or is that false perspective? She's a large cat, but we went to the vets last week and the vet just says she's big, not fat. Very important. Is that a cat? Is that a cat tent creator? Oh god. No, she is quite a large cat. But we love her. You're definitely in charge. Yes. Yes, so when we get to the other end, and I finish selling things, wrapping the stream up. So if you have any suggestions of someone that we can raid into, I will very gladly take those. I will let Mabel decide. You'll really feline the stream. I love a pun, Black Cat. I love a pun. Why are you grumbling? I don't know. Why are you grumbling? She's grumbling because I'm not paying her enough attention. Mr. Unlucky is on. I did see that, so I did wonder about Mr. Unlucky. And Mind One. Got to go to bed. Yeah, that's another reason, as well as having been streaming for an hour and a half. I do actually need to get to bed at some point. And first this one. I don't know Mind One. I will have a look at Mind One though. And this is. There we go. Ooh. Cats. You can't wait to break up for a Christmas hold. I'm working pretty much up to Christmas. But that's alright, it pays the bills. Oh, okay. Well, I haven't raided into Mind One before, so we'll perhaps raid into them. Unless anyone else has any other suggestions. Mind is currently doing a Jita run. It's a game where he filmmakes a ship out of the void and autopilot dispatch Jita. The ship makes it runs. Okay, well that sounds like fun. And he has a live DJ set. Excellent. It was lovely to meet you too, Innsmouth. Mind is called. Excellent. Oh, I'm all about trying to find new streamers. That cat, she's found some Christmas wrapping paper. So this is definitely a sign that as soon as I've done this, I need to stop streaming so I can go and pay her attention. Have a good night, Varag 101. Stay safe, fly safe. Hope to see you again soon. Okay, I'm going to have another drink. Hydration. Cheers, everybody. Well, folks, we made it safely. I'm going to sell these. Apparently, I've got a whole bunch of fullerite there. Don't know where that came from. And that was the sale price that Eve Trade suggested that I should get. So that is nice. It says it's priced well below. No, but it's a guaranteed sale, so we'll go for it. I don't know what that fullerite is there for, so I'm going to. I think I must have been trying to cart it somewhere. So I'll pop it in there. There you go. Hey, it works. Hydrate. It's very important. I will hydrate again. Just because. And I like your Christmas icon, Anonymous did. Yes, folks, we made it safely to the end and we sold at the price that we wanted to. So I consider that a good stream. And we've made this, so I'm now going to attempt to do raid. As you can tell, I'm fairly new to streaming, so but we're getting there. We're getting there. I feel like I'm learning together with everybody. I would like to thank you all for raiding in and for the follows. I really appreciate it. Loose Halo says, yay, a raid, yay, raid. I'm going to be trying to stream regularly throughout December. I've made this kind of like thing, so I'm having an advent calendar. I'm going to try and stream almost every day. We'll see how that goes. But thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you everyone for joining in and chatting. I'm generally a fairly chilled gamer, so if that's the kind of thing you like, feel free to look at my other streams. Right, I'm going to hit the raid button and hopefully we'll see you on the other side if this works, please. Anonymous says, thanks for the stream, thanks for the company, you're very welcome. Thank you for your company, I really appreciate it. Take care everybody.